And welcome back to another week with the Duff Pickem AllStars. In the upper left is the Commish. In the upper right is Groady. In the middle left is Icehouse. Right above me here is Skinnnns. To the left of me is our special guest star, Sippy Cup, who's made it onto the show. Happy belated birthday, Sippy Cup.
Thank you very much.
I am the Orange Peanut. We are here to talk about NFL Pick'em and things that may help you win more money on the week than your neighbor and your neighbor's dog. First thing we're actually going to do is talk a little bit about what happened with last week's games first here, starting with the Commish. Commish, was there any one game in particular that you thought was interesting?
No, not really.
No. Nothing at all?
No, actually, I don't know of too many games that threw me for a loop. I think I thought maybe Washington would have lost by less or won, perhaps. But I also thought I had the Los Angeles Chargers picked when apparently I picked Denver. So that's the one game I wish I would have double checked.
Did you run a marathon Sunday during the games?
Yes, actually, I did run during the Bears and part of the noon games.
Oh my God, that's awesome! That's all. Hope you got a chance to at least catch some listening or some scores of some sort.
No,
Like that.
yeah, the update. There was several people along the course that were updating the Bears game as it went on. So saw that it was 3-0, then saw it was 7-3, 14-3, and so on and so forth.
Nice. Very good there. Icehouse, what about you? Any game in particular you thought was interesting?
No, the Detroit Dallas game was laughable, but interesting, no.
Yes.
But laughable, yes, I guess.
Laughable.
But yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd have to say, I guess I was a bit surprised at the outcome of that game.
Yeah.
Like, not that Dallas lost per se, but that they got just annihilated. I think that would be...
it was just like it was a blowout.
I think that would be the surprise of the week.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Wow, all right.
What about you, Sippy? Any one game that you thought was interesting?
I like the laughable comment because that Lions Dallas game, like when they did their attendance on social media, they blurred out the score because it was so horrible.
Oh yeah, we don't want to see that one.
That whole organization is funny, and their fucking fans can, fans are awesome.
Yep. Skinnnns, what about you? Any game that you thought was interesting?
Oh, I should have paid more attention. I always look at the weather, but I had Arizona over Green Bay, or Arizona at least covering the 5 over Green Bay. And if I had seen that weather, I should have known a dome team going to Green Bay in the weather that was going on. I should have flipped it to Green Bay.
The Green Bay.
And then Philly just not covering to Cleveland. It just shows you Philly's not the Philly they were 2 years ago, or the first half of last season. They are, Cleveland Light of the NFC East.
Cleveland Light.
Bunch of talent on the roster that's just not doing crap.
I chalk that up to the fact that A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith were just back. Like, they had been out, getting reacclimated. And, while Cleveland's offense certainly doesn't want to play with Deshaun Watson, Cleveland's defense still has something to prove.
Yeah. What about you, Groady, and little one over there? Was there a game last week that you two thought was interesting?
I would have to say, obviously, the Cleveland game, not so much. I think I've thought all year that the Eagles are pretenders. So the fact that they didn't win convincingly, it's not anything news to me. Last week, hold on, let me look at it. For sure. Yeah, I honestly, I was probably a little bit shocked on the Washington game. I thought it would have definitely been a little bit closer. But other than that, most of the games turned out the way they were supposed to, and I honestly, obviously, thankfully, JV was not the I wasn't the lone pick on the Giants, but I had thought about before that game switching that pick, and then I even thought about switching to the Buffalo as well, but I didn't switch either pick, and
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah, helps you out with that one there. Yep. I thought the Bears game was great. I thought the Browns fans that were watching that game, God, I'm sorry, Browns fans. It's just bad all the way around for that. All right, but let's talk also about what our picks did for you and us last week. Commish, what happened last week in week 6?
Well, Eric led the way with 93 points, followed by me with 82, followed by Kevin with 80, Tommy with 71, Boss with 61, Stan with 60, and you came in dead last week with 57 points. In spite of Tommy's no pick on the Thursday game, you were the only one that had Seattle. Boss was the only one that guessed Tennessee wrong. Stan and JV, you both had New England was wrong. Tommy, you had New Orleans wrong. I was the only one that had Cleveland right. JV, you were the only one that had Baltimore right. Kevin and Boss were the only two that had the LA Chargers right. We all had Pittsburgh. We all had Detroit. I had Carolina, which was wrong. Nobody else was wrong on that one. Everyone else had Atlanta. And then, as Kevin mentioned, you, John, had the New York Giants, which was wrong. And then Eric and I were the only two that were on the Let's Go Buffalo train and were right.
Buffalo train paid off with that. Commish, tell them about the you were talking just before we started recording here about the underdog overdog thing.
Oh yeah, the favorites were by far and away 13-1 this week, which over the course of the full season to this point, it had been at about an even split. And now it's 51-39 in terms of favorites versus underdogs as being the right pick.
Wow. So underdogs lost a little bit here this time with that thing.
With they lost a ton of ground.
Yeah, that's too. Well, maybe they can make. Maybe this is the swing. Maybe this week we all go all underdogs. Someone does that, and that sounds like a strategy that I need. I've gotten last place, I think, 3 weeks in a row. So good reasons to listen to the rest of these folks with this one here. Scriptum is not here. Let's raise our glasses up to the Commish. Yet another successful week for your picks there, Commish, and a successful marathon run. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Sibby, now that we got you here because you've spent 6 weeks getting a total of -5 points overall in the year around the horn that we're playing over on the side. That's what's down in the bottom right-hand corner as of right now that you'll see in the recording later. Sippy, why is this the strategy not to pick Thursday night games? Is that just the thing? Is this a strat? Fans want to know.
No, I don't like picking Thursday night. I always forget. Today I'm on and I'll still forget. I'm not going to do it. Well, I mean, the line isn't that bad. I'll take the saves, but I'm going to pick them and not put any points.
It's an interesting strategy, and it really seems to be kind of helping you overall with this here. Something to think about with that Thursday night games. I like that here. Let's start digging into the first game here. Commish is going to talk about the first of his 2 games. He's got the Los Angeles Chargers heading over to Arizona, with Los Angeles being a 3-point favorite. What do you know, Commish?
Well, these two teams have not played each other many times in their storied history, a total of 15 times, with the Los Angeles and former San Diego Chargers having won 11 out of those 15 games. The last win for the Arizona Cardinals against the Chargers came in 2014, and prior to that came in 2001. So it's, what is that? 5 out of the last 7 games have gone the way of the Los Angeles Chargers. As far as they're playing together on Monday night, the Chargers are 26-26 all time on Monday, whereas the Arizona Cardinals are 15-26-1. Slight edge to the Chargers, who have just a mediocre 50% record on Monday night games. Chargers have already had their bye week, but on this short season so far, they are first in defensive points against per game at 13.2. Whereas Arizona is 27th, giving up 27.2 points per game, which will be nice considering the Chargers are having trouble scoring as they're 26th, only getting 18.2 points per game. Odd thing is, between Herbert and Kyler Murray, you'd think that two guys that know how to throw the ball would be throwing it pretty well. No, they're not. Their offense, as far as passing goes, they both suck. The Arizona Cardinals are only throwing at an average of 187 yards per game, and the Chargers are at 153.2, ranking 24th and 29th respectively. Which defensively, it'll edge towards the Chargers because the Cardinals' defense gives up more passing yards per game, as the Chargers are 8th in the league at only giving up 192, whereas the Cardinals are 22nd, giving up 220 yards. Interceptions-wise, they're both tied with 5 and ranked 9th. Time of possession, the Chargers have held on to the ball for an average of 31 minutes and 47 seconds, whereas Cardinals 27-46, ranking 28th. It is a home game for the Cardinals. And let's see, the Chargers on the short season are 3-2, and the Cardinals are 2-4, and it ain't looking good for them. In spite of their, let's see if Harrison Jr. is cleared protocol or not to be able to play on Monday. The game will be exclusively aired on ESPN Plus.
Oh.
Don't know that that'll impact the game
Lame.
at all, but I did see that. As far as percentage of betting goes, it is heavily on the over of 44 points. As far as point spread goes, the percentage of money is favoring the Chargers, although the just straight up percentage of bets is kind of near 50-50 at 57-43, slight favor to the Chargers. It is a 3-point spread in Yahoo, and I've got 11 points, and I'm going the Chargers' way.
You got 11 points going on the Chargers there. All right, Groady, what do you think?
Well, Harbaugh loves to run the ball. One of the reasons why they have such low passing numbers, because his motto, even when he was in San Francisco, is, what the reason why he did so well with Alex Smith was because he just needs a game manager at quarterback, which is kind of funny to, think of Justin Herbert, who, previously was slinging the ball all over the place there with the Chargers, to tell him to pretty much just be a game manager. But yeah, I think that, whether, they're giving up passing, I think obviously he's still going to stick to his run. So it'll definitely be probably a low-scoring affair. I'm kind of worried right now with it being at 3, it being a push. I still have the Chargers. I hope it kind of either goes to 3.5 or goes back down to 2.5, because I think the 2.5 was great. I was like, man, Chargers 2.5, and at Arizona, where they're statistically bad. Like over the last few years, I want to say that Arizona has a losing record at home. Like they don't win at home. So, and yeah, I got 9 points. I'm throwing it on the Chargers.
9 points on the Chargers. All right, Sippy, what do you think?
I took Chargers for 8 points. The spread, like Kevin said, if it goes down lower, it's going to swing to the Chargers. If it goes up another half a point, 3.5, I think it's going to swing towards the Cardinals because they are at home. I like them in less than a field goal. But, we'll see. I mean, I know that Harvard does like to run, so they'll chew up the clock there. Yeah, Chargers 8 points.
Chargers 8 points, and boy does Harbaugh eat up the clock. He is number 1 on the shortest amount of gameplay out of any team with that. A lot of his game calling there. Yeah, Icehouse.
I got 4 on Arizona.
4 on wow. All right, a little bit of contrarian there. Good. Skinnnns.
I'm gonna start it off. I'll put my 10 on the Arizona Cardinals, and
Wow.
despite the Chargers having, or they are first in points against per game. If you look at their opponents, it's the Broncos, the Steelers, the Panthers, and the Raiders, and then the Chiefs, who also have not needed to score much this year to get their wins. So they've played 4 out of their 5 crap teams, and then even the Chiefs beat them 17-10. So I can see why they're points against. They're first in the league. If I had to pick 5 of the worst teams, that probably would have been who I would have picked for them to play. 4 out of the 5 at least. Cardinals though have put up. They can put up some points. They put up 41 on the Rams. They beat San Francisco with 24 points. They held Detroit to 20. Needless to say, if Harbaugh wants to do his little running game, I think that will be enough to keep it close. If not, Arizona outright winning. So I'm going to put 10 on the Cardinals.
10 on the Cardinals, and I'm going to go also with the Cardinals. I like to finish the week big, although that really hasn't happened in 3 weeks at all. So I'm going to put 12 on the Cardinals myself.
Crap.
12 on wow. Yeah, right. So it's a solid split with that one. Now everyone's considering Icehouse and Skinnnns are considering not putting their money on the Chargers or on the Cardinals for this one here.
I only got 4. I can roll with it.
You can roll 4. No, that's good. All right, to Groady, second place. Groady got Detroit going up against Minnesota. I'm reading Minnesota is a 2.5-point favorite. What do you know, Groady?
So they obviously being divisional rivals, they've met quite a bit of times. Right now, Minnesota leading the series 80, 43 losses and 2 ties. The reason why I chose this game, obviously, the top 2 teams in the NFC North going against each other. I think it's obviously a real test for the 5-0 Vikings, who I don't know Aaron Jones's status, but clearly when he went out the other day, when they played the Jets, they definitely struggled without him in there. So I think depending on his health is really depending on what the Vikings are going to do. Obviously, Detroit on the other side, a huge blow. They lost Hutchinson, broke his tibia. And the shocking part is when somebody said, "Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if you saw him, they make a playoff run." And I'm like, "Bro, I get it was hopefully a clean break, but Jesus, I don't think that would be the smartest of moves." So there's a lot of people who think that the Lions might be in on the Hassan Reddick trade that the Jets just let him seek, just so that way they can get themselves a pass rusher to replace him. The other reason why this is definitely interesting is because the NFC North, the whole NFC North, has the highest point differential of the league.
Oh,
all of them, I believe, are 40 plus. The Bears being number 3. Obviously, the Vikings and Lions being the top of that. Obviously, the Lions' last 2 games have scored 40 points in each of their games. And they were out there having fun against the Cowboys. They were doing trick plays, trying to get linemen passes, and they literally did like a hook and ladder play, which is not something you see typically in the NFL, which is it's kind of like a flea flicker, except for instead of it being a deep pass, it's literally a screen pass.
That's awesome.
So yeah, they were out there having fun against the Cowboys. So, but yeah, I think Detroit has probably been the best team in the NFC North. I think the Vikings really haven't played anybody. I got 13 points. I'm going to throw them on Detroit to come out and kind of hit Minnesota in the mouth.
There you go. 13 points on the Lion. Does the kiddo agree? He looks like he does there. All right, she does with there. Sippy.
Gonna be a tough matchup. Division. I'm gonna take the Lions for 5.
Lions 5 for that. All right. Icehouse.
I got 13 in the Lions, too.
13 on the Lions as well for that. All right, Skinnnns, everyone's going Lions.
Time to be the contrarian. Minnesota has beat some good teams. They beat Green Bay. Well, obviously they're 5-0, so they've beat everyone. But they've beat Green Bay. They've beat Houston, and they've beat the 49ers. Really, the only tough team that I would say the Lions have beat was maybe Seattle, and that was still a high-scoring affair. And they did lose to Tampa, and that was an away game. So I do like playing in Minnesota is tough. Divisional game. I think the Vikings playing at home will and resting. I believe resting from a bye week as well. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. I will take the Vikings with 12 points.
Vikings 12 points. All right, and I will be. I am there with you on that. Detroit really looked like they were having fun. Jerry looked like he was taking a poop, and not even realizing he was going poop. But I'm going to go with Minnesota. I think Justin Jefferson's just uncoverable. 10 points on the Vikings. Commish.
Yeah, I mean, what a way to celebrate Jerry Jones's 82nd birthday by getting blown out at home by the Detroit Lions. I mean, way to go, way to go, way to go. One of the other important stats that Kevin missed out on the division that is the NFC North is this is the first time that 6 weeks into the season, the 4 teams in a division have 4 or more wins, each team.
Oh.
That's never happened before.
But they've only played one interdivision game, and that was the Packers and Minnesota. They haven't even started their division yet. So
Yeah, that's
even though that
being able.
yeah,
to
that
get
helps a little bit.
Yeah, that helps, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, even if they each played each other, like 6 weeks
like-
into the season, I guess how many games do you think they should have played against each other?
Maybe 1 or 2.
Even
I know, like
by
the
the end of
Bears' schedule is so like it's all
Yeah.
division games. The last half, it's so ridiculous.
yeah, it's
Like,
6 out of the last 8 games
Six
are
out of the
divisional matchups. But no, I'm just saying, even if they split the series the whole entire way, like by the end of the year, they each go 3-3. I mean, they could still all have over 10 wins.
Yeah,
True.
That would be
So-
exciting.
that's good, and
That'd
that's
be so exciting.
still a telling stat. The division realignment happened in 2002.
Right. So in
it's
22 years, this
of
far
my
into the
stats,
season.
First time it's
yeah,
Yeah, that's true there. But yeah, so given that good
I
stat
got-
with that there, where do you lie, Commish?
I got 12 points on Detroit.
12 points on Detroit.
I
Majority
think
of us
that
going
I think
Detroit.
that defense is arguably going to be the best defense that Minnesota will have faced all season long.
And arguably, I think a defense that really made Dak Prescott look like he had his pants pulled down and was just given a wedgie for like the entire game. It was so funny to see it. Sorry, Dallas fans, if you're watching this, man, that had to suck. But you know,
Don't worry, they're already clicked off. It's been more than 14 seconds.
Yeah.
yeah,
But that's another reason why that's why I'm picking Detroit too, because if Aaron Jones isn't healthy, they didn't really have a running game when he went out, and that's the reason why Dallas couldn't do anything against Detroit. They had no running game.
yeah.
And Detroit has kind of built their defense to play from being up, so they're expecting the pass. That's what they're built for. So that's why I think if Detroit gets up to a lead and Aaron Jones isn't healthy for the Vikings, that's why I think the Lions can definitely win this game outright.
Got it there. Got it. All right. Next game, we got Sippy Cup going. Philadelphia heading over to the New York Giants. Philadelphia 3-point favorites in this game. What do you know, Sippy Cup?
Well, so right now, Neighbors is out with a concussion or still in concussion protocol. They get him back. It's a little bit tighter a game, but if I think just Philly has more weapons. They got AJ Brown back. Saquon Barkley's going back into the Giants, stadium, and that's kind of a revenge game. So I see him going off for at least 2 touchdowns. Yes, he was held in check by Cleveland, but again, him leaving and going back to being on the Eagles and going back to the Jets is like a revenge game. So I think I'm gonna take Philly for put 12.
12 on Philadelphia for that. Icehouse, any rebuttal?
no, I'll take Philadelphia for 3 points.
Philadelphia for 3 points.
Philadelphia.
Skinns.
I think with the Giants showing last night against Philly. And if they can just do something in the red zone when they get there, Daniel Jones has thrown probably every
That's
50
why they
years.
can't.
If they could just do something,
if he could just
standing over them with a stick. Come on, do
throw a red
something.
zone touchdown, they might actually be able to keep it close. And if the line trends down, it started at 4, it's at 3.5. If it can get to 3, I mean, I don't even care if it stays at 3.5. I'm going to put a low number on it. I think it will be close-ish. There's a chance of it, but I think it will end up closing at 3. So I don't really want much part of it. But really, this is probably just me hoping that the Giants win or cover, just because the Skins or the Commanders being able to win the division will likely be Philly will probably be their big competitor. So I just want the Giants to cover, and I'm just going to put a 2 on it because I think it's going to close at 3. So give me the Giants for 2.
Give me the Giants. He drops a deuce on the Giants for that there. All right. I think the big question is really going to come down to, is Malik Neighbors back? It's been out 2 weeks. Looks like the reports on here declare that Malik is still out and not practicing as of right now. So what's going on with that, I don't know. Still, I don't trust the Giants very much with that. So I'm going to go with a 5 spot on the Eagles for that. Commish.
Yeah, you can't trust those Giants anymore. Probably never could in the first place, but they couldn't beat a hapless Cincinnati Bengals team who had their own struggles. Now, thankfully, I'm happy that the Bengals won because foolishly I put money on the game and I had to pick one of those two teams. But in this instance, I got 7 points. I'm going Philadelphia's way. I think Philadelphia got their 2 main weapons back in Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown, and they got, tested last week by a much better defense than the Giants will have. So I think this week they'll be able to keep it, not rolling, but get it going and take those Giants down a peg or 2.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, Groady. Most of us going Philly with a poop in New York.
Pretty
What
much
do you
take
got,
them down
Groady?
to their last peg.
Well, the Eagles beat the Browns by 4. The Giants beat the Browns by 6. 6 is more than 4. Obviously, they had Malik Neighbors who scored 2 touchdowns for them, and at that point, the Browns had Amari Cooper, who's now been traded. I think this is going to be a close game. It's a divisional game. I think if the points go down, if it goes below 3.5, I would take Philadelphia. But with it being at 3.5, I'm going to take the Giants because I could see the Eagles winning by a field goal. They haven't been that great. Their defense is terrible. Nick Sirianni's out there fighting with fans and then having to apologize for it.
Yeah, jeez.
Like, come on. Like, they're struggling for a reason, and I don't know what it is, but if it's like I said, if it's
Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones.
I don't care.
No.
So,
Daniel Jones without Malik Neighbors is what? Ryan Leaf? What bad quarterback is he? Like, let's be honest.
Aaron Rodgers without anyone to throw
in that
to.
game against the Bengals, and I mean, as far as weapons go, I would probably put Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins probably right up there with Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts. And I think Joe Burrow is definitely a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. So if they're able to hold them to 17, and obviously, they couldn't score. They only got 7 against a bad Bengals defense. The Eagles defense isn't any better. So I got 6 points. I'm throwing on the Giants. And like I said, if it goes below 3.5, I'll probably switch to Philadelphia just because, like I said, I think it's going to be a close game.
It went well your way last week as well, so let's see if it can happen again.
It didn't work.
Yeah, right. All right.
They gave up that last-minute touchdown, which screwed me.
Yeah. Icehouse, you've got your Kansas City Chiefs going to the Candlestick. Well, not the Candlestick, but San Francisco. 1.5-point favorites are San Francisco for that. What do you know?
I know you just aged yourself by calling it Candlestick Park.
I did. Yeah.
Boom!
Boom.
Millennial!
Now,
Not aging yourself. It's only been 9 years since they haven't played there.
Right, you. Mahomes is 13-3-1 against the spread as a betting underdog. So you don't mess around with that. So we got Mahomes 6 straight wins as an underdog.
Oh.
Chiefs are 4-1 against the spread so far. And you always take Andy Reid after a bye week. He's 12-4 straight up after a bye week, including the playoffs.
Ooh, really?
Straight up. Not even spread. It's like just 12-4. Boom. Bye week, Andy Reid? Yes, give me that action. So I am going max points on the Chiefs.
Ooh, holy cow. Max points on them Chiefs for that. So that's 15 points on the Chiefs for that. Great googly moogly. Skinnnns. Any thoughts on that? Those are some good stats there.
yeah, I just had some. Sorry, but Chris pretty much summarizes it. Kansas City always plays to whatever they need to do just to win, and then if you put them as the underdog, I like it. It's probably gonna bite me in the butt because all my reasoning this year is not working out like it has the last few. But just for shits and giggles, let's check the weather. The weather will be 74 with very minimal wind, partly cloudy. So weather should not affect the game. All we're
Okay.
doing is looking at Kansas City playing in San Francisco. And San Francisco's 3 losses, their last 3 out of 5 losses have came away. They're 1-1 at home. So give me the Chiefs. I don't think I want to go too big, so I'm going to do 13.
I'm going to do 13. I will join you with a 13 on the Chiefs. Go, Andy.
It wouldn't
Reid.
go too big. I'm going 13 on 15. Like, hello.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll do 13 on the
cool.
Chiefs. So a lot of big points on the Chiefs. Up to you, Commish.
Yeah, I also have big points on this game. I got 14 on Kansas City. You don't bet against Andy Reid after a bye week.
Don't bet
Yeah,
against
buddy.
Andy Reid after a bye week. I love that. Say it there.
I'm not going to gain on you guys if we all do this.
Hey,
Groady.
go ahead. Bet against Andy Reid on a
I
bye
am
week.
betting against Andy Reid on a bye week. He does have 4 losses, so hopefully after this week he'll have 5. I'm taking San Francisco for 12. I think with the way
Ooh.
Well, this is going to
they
be
want to
fun.
get back into the winning column and continue to win, I think they have to win this game. And the fact that it's a 1.5, all they got to do is kick a nice little field goal and we even win by 2. Get a safety. I don't care.
I'm
There we
gonna
go.
love it when Grody's right that Andy Reid gets his 5th loss, but it's by 1 point.
That would be funny too.
Gosh.
Yes, I would be honestly impressed.
Fucking
I think
Kyle
you would get
Shanahan
bonus
goes.
5 points.
That's what
Kyle
you-
Shanahan goes for 2 points at home for the win and gets it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go, guys.
29 to 30 gets the 2-point conversion. 31-30 win.
What about you,
All right,
Sippy?
John,
Are you on
take this
the
down.
Sippy? Are
I
you on the
mean-
big Chief train?
Well, we know we don't want to bet on Andy or don't bet against Andy Reid on a bye week. Also, don't bet against Andy Reid to eat a Whopper. Whopper, double Whopper.
Ah.
And then Boss says they always find a way to win. The Chiefs, yeah, well, because the refs bail them out. It's 1.5 points, so I will take the Chiefs for what the hell did I put it on? 12, I think. 12.
12. on them Chiefs. A lot of points in that game. It's going to be a game that ultimately sends one of us ahead or a lot of us ahead. One of those two for that one there. Good. Good. Skinnnns, you've got Washington versus, oh gosh, is that Carolina and Washington's favored 7.5 points? I'm so surprised.
Yes,
That.
I was very disappointed to see the spread over a touchdown because then I would have bet the mortgage on Washington winning if it was under a touchdown, but I still think it could happen. But obviously, we know the Panthers suck, but they do have some good parts to them.
Oh.
One being their offensive line has performed very well every week, and this one of the strongest part. Washington's defense also sucks, but one of their strongest parts has been on their defensive line with Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen. And unfortunately, Allen tore his pec in the final 2 minutes and is out for the season this year.
Oh, geez.
So probably they are probably the top two players on our defense, if not one of the linebacker signings that we had this year in the offseason. So Allen was the one who would create more trouble in the backfield, and Deron Payne is the big run stuffer. And unfortunately, that's the problem. Is one of the lone bright spots for the Panthers has been Chuba Hubbard. He's got 485 yards on the season so far. He's averaging close to 100 per game. So I think there's going to be a good workload for him going there, going against the now newer weakness of all the weaknesses on Washington's defense. Andy Dalton, since his first week, who was that against when he did good?
The Raiders.
Raiders, yeah.
The Raiders, who also have a crappy defense. And then since then, he's played Cincy, the Bears, and the Falcons. The Raiders obviously being the crappiest of those defenses. Washington is probably right up on par with the Raiders. So expect Dalton to probably have one of his more bounce backs of the season. But I would expect with these two crappy defenses that they are both 5-1 on the overs this year.
Wow.
So if you want to make a play, bet the over. And after that, despite all that, Chuba Hubbard should be able to run through him. Dalton may not even need to do much, but he can. He can do plenty against this crappy defense, so he should be able to keep him close. If Chuba Hubbard can't for whatever reason. So, with all that said, Carolina should be able to keep it within a touchdown. If not outright win against this stupid defense. So, give me Washington for 15.
I was waiting for that one.
Jesus.
I always wait till I actually write it down on my list here because I'm like, you never know. You might pull one on me. I might have to erase something there. Okay. Got max points on Washington. Agree with a lot of that here, but I also think Carolina is, man, there's problems in Carolina. I'm also going to go with Washington. 9 points on the Commanders from me. Commish?
I got 2 points on this game as it's the second largest spread. Don't care that Washington's lost players. Carolina cannot be trusted, and Jaden Daniels is just too much damn fun. So Washington it is.
Washington it is for that. All right.
Real quick, I did forget to mention, this doesn't change my pick because it never would. But Carolina did sign 2 guards in the offseason, and they have consistently performed in the top 10 every week in PFF's player. So, but I don't know how they're getting ranked top 10 every week, and then the Panthers are still sucking. But it was a funny note to see that both of those guards for the Panthers are finishing top one. Last week they both finished first in their position, so it's pretty funny because the quarterback still sucks. So
No, it just means the other three guys aren't doing that great.
yeah,
Yeah, right. Yeah, no kidding for that. Groady,
Aim
what do
at
you
the
think
tackles.
about this game?
I was originally going to drop a douche on Washington, but I'm going to drop my deuce on Carolina now.
Drops the deuce on Carolina for that. Oh, yeah, that's a very big deuce. Maybe should have put it in the litter box or something. It's their Panthers. Zippy.
I took Washington for 15.
Washington
Yeah.
for fit. Woo! Another max points on the Command.
Wow.
It's not a Thursday game, so 15.
That's got
Also,
that.
it'll be interesting to see what Daniels can do against the Panthers, and then I foresee the media going into it because next week's Caleb versus Daniels. So if Jaden Daniels doesn't carve up the Panthers like Caleb Williams did, they're just going to compare that for a week up to it. So
Yeah. Oh my God.
We shall see.
We shall see for that indeed. Indeed. Icehouse. Most people going Washington, Deuce in Carolina. What do you got?
You got one on Carolina. I
One on.
don't like anything about this shit show.
He peed on
No.
the Deuce.
Yeah.
I'll go for that one there. Yeah, it is, which it is. This well, actually, this is kind of a shit show. The one I'm going to talk about here is pretty bad. The 1-5 New England Patriots are going to play against the 1-5 Jacksonville Jaguars in their other home field in the UK. I don't know how many people are going to wake up to watch this game at 9:30 in the morning on us East Coast people, but it will probably not be me. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll wake up kind of with this. Jacksonville is 5.5-point favorites. So there's so many weird things about this that just kind of doesn't make sense. But at the same time, there's a general rule in football that when you have two real garbage teams playing against each other, you can expect some pretty high scoring results with this. Jaguars, not so good of a defense. Patriots, just got Drake May 3 touchdowns, 2 passing, 1 running in on the last game. Still lost to Houston, but didn't look like the rest of the season with Jacoby running the mill. Jacksonville just looks broken, and Travis Etienne's out with a hammy, likely out with a hammy as of right now. That leaves your saving grace with Gabe Davis to throw to, and yeah, that's going to be what that is. New England's got a decent enough defense here, but I think there's some reworking of these teams that the Jaguars are trying to figure stuff out, and them not making any moves as of right now isn't going to help them. Although I would love to see backup Mac Jones come in England to be able to throw against his former team. I think that might be kind of an interesting thing to happen. Also, I don't know if you ever watched this, but Keenan Allen, thank you for throwing the tea party in the end zone this last Sunday. That was so damn funny. I was laughing so hard at that. Maybe we'll have another silly kind of thing happening there. But anyway, yeah, Jacksonville 5.5-point favorites. I think that's because they're in their other home, so they have 3 points going that way. I honestly think New England's the better pick with this one here. Which I'm fighting against my instincts. I want to go New England. I really do. In fact, it seems like 37% of people actually kind of want to go with New England on this one here. There's reasons to be able to do it, but maybe there's another thing. Jacksonville stayed in England. They did not return. Whereas, when does New England leave? I'm not quite certain. Also, 25% chance of rain from the remnants of Hurricane Leslie, which will be passing over the UK at that point. So some possible winds and rain with that game. But I won't delay it any further. I'm just going to go max points and Miles Jack. Commish.
Yeah, statistically over the last 2 seasons now with the overseas games, I mean, this year all 3 favorites have been the right pick. Last year, what was it? Where did it go? Last year overseas, it was 4 out of 5. The favorite was the right pick. So you're looking at 7 out of 8 of the last favorites have been the right pick. I'm struggling with this as well to even think that I would pick Jacksonville in this game. The nice thing is, because it is the third highest spread, I only have 3 points on this game, and I do have it on Jacksonville.
3 points on Jacksonville. All right. Groady?
Yeah, I got 4 points. I'm going to throw it on Jacksonville and that they somehow can figure it out and get a win against a bad England Patriots team. So.
Yay. 4 points on Jacksonville for that there. All right, so Sippy?
Like everybody else, I'm having trouble. I did take Patriots by 3. Although after the Bears game, I think one safety for the Jacksonville Jaguars said they quit, so I can see them try and put more effort. It's a toss-up. If it goes higher, I'm definitely going to take the Patriots. I mean, the spreads out in London are like they gave the Bears were 1.5 favorites last week.
Yeah.
I mean,
by the time
hard
the game
to tell.
started, the Bears were 1.5 point underdogs.
Oh, underdog. Okay. Anyway, but it's hard to tell because of the whole travel but I'm still taking the Patriots 3 points.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention, the other reason why I won't take New England is because there's only been 2 rookie quarterbacks that have won in London.
Is Caleb Williams one of those?
Oh, yeah, of course, he just won.
And Trevor Lawrence.
And Trevor Lawrence is the only other
is he
rookie
really?
team
Oh, he
to win
doesn't
in
count.
London.
I mean, he had like 10 chances his rookie year.
Yeah.
So, if they're,
It's like, oh, they keep playing.
if they're starting Drake May, he's a rookie going up against the rookie that has already won there.
Right. Sippy's got 3 on New England. Icehouse
2 points on New England.
drops a deuce on New England, or what's a British term for deuce? He's using the lorry or whatever.
The Lou.
The loo.
The
That's
truck?
it. Yeah, sorry, wrong word.
He's using
there.
the truck.
He's got they're picking New England in England.
Yeah. Skinnnns.
She told me you did.
I really want to take New England. Jacksonville's been in England for 3 weeks now. This will be their 3rd game in a row, right?
No, they came
their
back.
second game.
It's
I
their
thought
second
they
game.
had one.
And they didn't even leave until Thursday of the week that they played the Bears. Where the Bears left early, Jacksonville left late because of the hurricane.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Either way, I was leaning New England, but they're both trash. But Jacksonville's the more experienced team. They got players. Brian Thomas is coming up, and Jacksonville might be better because Bigsby has been looking better than ETN. And if you're running Bigsby more than ETN, it might even work out for him more. So with that said, I mean, a 21-14 game would cover for Jacksonville. So give me Jacksonville for 8.
Jacksonville for 8, and Sippy Cup has to go drop a deuce. All right. So, while he said to skip him if he's not back in time right there, but he's gonna miss out on us cheering the Commish again for having such a great marathon and great week last week. Way to go, man. Commish, you've got your last game to talk about here with some details on Let's Go Buffalo visiting whatever is happening in Tennessee. Holy cow, what do you know about this?
The Will Levis experience.
Sounds like a man
see, these 2 teams have met 50 total times, with Tennessee currently leading the series 30-20. Back when they were the Houston Oilers, and then now the Tennessee Titans. The last time these 2 teams met was in 2022, and the Buffalo Bills spanked them 41-7. And I shouldn't say presume, that was without Will Levis. So not much has changed. Or I should say the change on the Tennessee Titans hasn't been much in terms of an improvement.
The Will Levis experience. Uh-oh. Did we lose something? That's my internet, by the way, which looks like it just went out. Oh, goody. Whoops. That's great. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Well, don't lose the picks just yet, please. Right. I have. Okay, turn off Wi-Fi. Oh, there's that. That's good. Am I getting a whoops? Linksys. Password. Right. Well, let's try over here. I'm glad this is getting brought onto video right here. Very important. I think I'm going to leave this in. Oh, can't connect up to the internet there. Wonderful. I don't want to hit save or anything like that, just in case. Oh, there's that. That's a good sign.
I mean, the game's in Buffalo.
Sorry about that. There was a giant gust of wind and the internet went out for a minute there, so I'm not sure what happened.
Oh.
So, sorry about that. I missed a whole bunch here.
No idea, because I'd go to my other screen. I didn't even see you leave.
No. Well, okay. Wow.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. No, it's my fault.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Against the conference on the year, Tennessee's 1-2. Buffalo has played 5 of their 6 games have been in the conference, and they're 3-2. Buffalo's also they're plus 39 in point differential. Tennessee's minus 14. I don't see Tennessee with the momentum to 8.5 though. It's just such a what was my the number? Oh, so what is it on the season? Buffalo, with their win against the Jets, got them back to 500 against the spread overall, be it favorite or underdog. I just don't see them wiping them out. It is the largest spread, so I have 1 point on this game, and I'm throwing it Tennessee's way. I think Buffalo wins, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
That makes sense there. I'm sorry I missed like a minute or so or two. Did you mention the big trade?
Oh no, I didn't. So yeah, I don't think that's going to be much of anything. Usually, especially when it comes to wide receivers, he'll probably be in for a few plays. He's not going to be that big of an impact right away.
Yeah.
At least as far as previous experience goes, when teams trade for wideouts, it'll take a few weeks for him to get acclimated. If he had been a former teammate, I might have considered the fact that he would come in and make a huge impact, but Josh Allen and Amari Cooper have never played with each other before, so I think that'll be something that I'm sure will be noted, but it won't. He's not going to be in there for 80% of the plays.
Yeah. The general feeling in Cleveland is what just happened. I'm not quite sure a lot of people know what happened with that. But I can't believe all they got for trading Amari Cooper was just a 3rd round pick, and then they traded a 6th for a 7th. Like, I don't know. It seems like he's such a like a star player. Granted, you don't have a good guy throwing to him, but that was surprising. Anyway, that's just me, just making sure that got mentioned. 1 point on Tennessee from the commish. Groady.
Yeah, I mean, I could take Tennessee, but I don't. They got Will Levis as their quarterback, so they got 1 point. I'm throwing it Buffalo's way. So
Are you're saying you're not part of the Will Levis experience?
no.
God, that's such a funny. I think that's going to be the title of this video. Sippy is going to abstain for this one. Icehouse is possibly taking a boop. Skinnnns. Oh no! Wait, he's there. He just
Who you on again?
Buffalo, Tennessee.
Max points Buffalo. Wow, crazy ball.
5 on. Yeah, God. 5 on Tennessee.
5 on Will Levis. Some trust in that one there. All
Keep
right.
betting on Tennessee. I don't know why, but fuck it, 5.
Okay. Bucket 5 for that one there. Skinnnns.
It's interesting to note with the trade of Cooper, Cleveland's spread has changed from 4.5, them being underdogs of 4.5, to 6.5. At least on FanDuel, but Buffalo's spread did not change today.
Yeah, like Commish stated, Cooper's
like the
probably
Commish
not
said,
going to be out.
he probably won't play. He might not. I don't know.
I'm
Maybe
sure he'll play, but they'll just give him, all right, you're on a go route. You're on a go route. You're on a simple.
Yeah, he'll be in limited
It'll
playing
be a
time. He'll be,
But it just goes to show, the Cleveland will definitely be more lacking, whereas Buffalo will still probably do what they're gonna do. And with Buffalo losing the 2 games before that, and then finally getting off the schneid this week, because Josh Allen has never lost 3 games in a row his whole career, and he started his 100th game last night. So he's never lost 3 in a row, and then they won last night against the Jets. Granted, it was by 3. I do think they are on a roll, and they're going to want to build on that and not just do enough just to win. I think they're going to want to win with everything they can. Ray Davis showed them they don't need James Cook to do it. Ray Davis did freaking amazing.
it was very good.
Even with James Cook out of the lineup last night. So I think the Bills are going to want to make another statement win this week, and think being at home, I think they shouldn't have any problem walloping the Titans, who probably don't give a crap, and when you're on the road, you even give less of a crap. So give me the Buffalo Bills for 11 against Mason Rudolph in the second half.
Mason Rudolph in the second half. I'll give you a 7 on Let's Go Buffalo as well for that. That's good for that one there. Good deal. Good deal. We got some time for some quick picks. Time for a little bit quick picks. How about some quick picks? Quick picks. All right, up to the commish. We're going to start with you here. Denver at New Orleans.
Oh, it's a 1.5 point spread. It swung back to Denver being the favorite, which I don't quite understand. I got 13 on New Orleans, but who the hell knows what's going to happen?
13 on New Orleans. All right, Groady.
Yeah, I think it depends on if Derek Carr's playing. I got 14 on New Orleans right now, but if Derek Carr doesn't play, I think I might switch to Denver. Bo Nick's currently having a pretty good season as a rookie.
Yeah. Yeah, he honestly, he really is in a lot of ways. Not doing that bad. Sippy's not here. Abstain. Icehouse.
I'll take a dozen on New Orleans.
Dozen on New Orleans. Skinnnns.
Oh, give me. I'm gonna put a low one on this one. Give me 4. 4 on Denver.
I will do a 6 on Denver myself. Groady, you've got Hotlanta hosting Gino's Eats Pizza.
I got 10 on the pizza.
10 on the pizza. All right. 10 on the pizza for that one there. Good. Icehouse.
I like 7 on Atlanta.
7 on Atlanta. All right. Skinns.
3 on Atlanta.
3 on Atlanta. What's everyone going with here? Yeah, Atlanta. I think Atlanta's gonna do a thing. 8 on Hotlanta, and then Commish.
9 on Hotlanta.
9 on Hotlanta right there. All right. Going to Icehouse. Or no, Sippy, you're back just in time. Sippy, it's time for quick picks. A little bit of time for quick picks. Quick picks. This is just, we mentioned the score and we go. Cincinnati going to Cleveland.
Cincinnati, Cleveland. Shit. Oh, Browns 2.
Yes. The answer is yes for that.
This spread's sitting at 6.5 now.
Oh, Yahoo still has it at 5.
Yeah, it's sitting 6.5.
That change your pick though.
Not really.
No. What'd you say it was?
They said 2 for Browns.
2 for Cleveland for that. Okay. 2 on the Cleves. Icehouse.
I got 10 on Cleveland.
10 on Cleveland. Really? Skinns.
That surprises me. I thought Chris would have gone the other way. I'm going
would've
to
thought
put
too.
6 on Cincy.
6
So-
on Cincy.
I think you would call
Yeah,
that
but
a
he got-
6-knee.
Tree on Cleveland for me for that. Commish.
I got 5 on Cincinnati.
5 on Cincy. Groady. Nope. Groady. No. And Groady went to go take a poop. Come back to me in a bit there. Icehouse. You've got Green Bay hosting Houston.
All right, Houston's gonna crush. So 14.
14 on Houston for that.
Let's
Holy cow.
go.
Wow.
Dan, do you have the
Skins.
weather on that game?
I don't know. Wishful thinking, maybe. I don't fucking
What
know.
is the weather?
Yeah, I think there's more wishful thinking on Chris's part. Give me,
It probably is, to be honest. Like, I don't
give me.
want to
why
go
is
with it.
Give me. If it sits at 3, this is going to be my 1-pointer because this could be a close game by a field goal. So I got 3 on Houston or 1 on Houston.
Weather is 67, 7-mile-per-hour winds, 3% chance of rain.
A little bit of rain, yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
Not they. I will. It's in Green Bay. I don't trust anyone else in Green Bay. I'm dropping a deuce on the Packers. Commish.
I got 10 points on Houston. I got wishful thinking with Boss. CJ
Hey,
Stroud
all
proved
right. Let's
CJ
roll.
Stroud proved he didn't need Nico Collins to win.
Mm.
Yeah,
Boy,
there you
was
go.
that a
All right,
fact.
so
Holy cow.
I can turn my camera on.
And Joe Mixon's back.
Oh.
There you go. That's all we need.
Oh, that's hot stuff with that there. Groady, Green Bay and Houston.
I got 11 points on the Texans.
11 points on Houston for that. Sippy?
7 Houston with Mixon back.
Man, that's a lot
You know
on
what?
Houston.
Please fuck off on Houston. You know, it's like I was getting a lot of negative action for picking them first. So lay off.
Hey, come over here. You want to be a cheese? I'm a cheese. I'm
It's
a
like,
big poopy cheese.
leave me alone over here. I was going big on Houston. Now you're all gonna ruin my pick. Bad mojo.
And maybe you can ruin a Skinns pick here. Skinns going to be talking or going to talk about Indy hosting Miami.
All right, one of these teams can put up points, and the other one can't. So we're going to put 7 on the team that has put up points, even though they shit the bed a lot. So I'm going to put 7 on Indy.
Yeah. Boy, you got that one right there. I will also go Indy. Dollar Yo on Flacco. Commish.
Yeah, I got 6 points on Waka Flocka because Mike McDaniels is confident that Tua will play sometime this year, but it won't be this Sunday.
God. I hope not. That there. Oh, my God. Groady.
I got 7 on the Dolphins.
7 on the Dolphins. Oh, a little contrarian action there. Interesting. Sippy.
4 on the Colts.
4 on the Colts. Icehouse.
I'll take 9 on Indy.
9 on Indy. All right. Lone Dolphin over there, Groady. Rams Vegas. I know really nothing what's happening here, but I like the Rams better. I'm gonna go Rams for 4. Commish.
I also have 4 points on the Rams.
4 points.
Vegas just traded away Devontae Adams to the Jets. So,
Yeah.
Right.
and Aiden McConnell has no one else to throw to.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
yeah.
Brock Bowers, but like that's it.
Yeah. Jeez Louise. Groady.
I got 3 on the Rams.
3 on the Rams for that. Sippy.
Took 10 on the Rams. I'll have to look at the line to see if it keeps moving. So it did. This and the Jets game, I'm gonna have to look at the line.
Ah, gotcha. Yep. Makes sense. Icehouse.
I'm just gonna go 11 on the Rams. The line doesn't matter. The Raiders aren't gonna do fuck.
That's probably very
It
true.
doesn't matter what the line is. It could be 15. I still take the Rams. Get out of here.
The line at FanDuel is sitting at an even 7,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
and
Give me that Rams.
Pierce was able to pull him out of it and do some surprising wins. So I think he can do it again.
All right.
Maybe Adams was a little bit of a cancer. It was all distractions. Now that he's gone, the Raiders will show up to play. So give me Vegas for 5.
Vegas for 5. Little Vegas
Gross.
contrarian. Interesting. Commish.
Rams defenses.
Commish, you've got the Jets going to Pittsburgh. Oh, is he there?
Oh, Russell Wilson supposedly playing,
Oh,
and
boy.
Devontae Adams will be reunited with Trashmaster Rogers. I do have 15 points on this game, and sadly, I'm going to put it on the Jets.
Gosh, max points on the Jets. Wow. Groady.
Yeah, I think if Russell Wilson starts, I as well right now have max points on the Jets, but I think if Justin plays, I might change it.
Ooh, interesting. All right, Sippy.
I also went with the Jets. 11 on the Jets.
$11 yo on them Jets. Good. Icehouse.
I'm actually gonna take my 15 from the Chiefs there. I'm gonna put it on the Jets.
Oh my God! Everyone's going.
Because it would make me so happy to watch Aaron Rodgers continue to blame everyone else around him. He's like, I'm not in charge of the team. I didn't invite Devontae Adams over here. It's like, okay, dude, when you keep failing, you can keep fucking blaming everyone around you.
It's
Yeah.
fault except for me.
It's like if Adam himself can't fucking, own up to his own failures after this one. Well, so.
God, that's awesome. Skinnnns.
The only problem it makes me not want to take the freaking Steelers is they've had some injuries on defense. But you know what? I like the Steelers at home on primetime. So I'm going to put 9 on them.
Oh, 9 on the Steelers. I'm just gonna follow the herd on this one here. I think you all know something I don't. 14 points on the JETS. And then last game, Groady, you've got Baltimore going to at home with Baker.
I got 8 points on Baltimore.
8 points on Baltimore. Sippy.
I just took the 9 in the Bucks.
And the Bucks, yeah. Gotcha. Icehouse.
And a 6er on Baltimore.
6 on Baltimore. Skinnnns.
So Tampa Bay blew out the Commanders, but the Commanders were able to stay within a touchdown of Baltimore. Give me 14 points on Maker Bayfield.
Whoa, 14 points on the laser. Holy cow, that's awesome. That's all I have left. Is just, that sucks. I have a 1 point left. All right, 1 point's going somewhere else. 1 point's going to the Rams. We do 4 points on Baker Mayfield. Yes. Commish.
Yeah, I got 8 points on Baltimore. Tampa Bay may have done that. Washington may have also done that. But Monday night teams, the favorites are winning this year.
Ah, very good. Very good. Excellent. Make sure you hit save for your picks here. Round the horn, we've got going up to first place, Sippy Cup with 30 points, Icehouse 40 points, Groady 43 points, Skinn with 47 points, and the Commish with 51 points. Winner of this week for that. It was so close, so close. All right, folks, let us know if you like anything in these videos. Hell, are you listening more than 11 seconds? If you listen for at least 18 seconds, I'll buy you a hat for that, right? Let us know down in the comments below if you like anything there. And folks, we'll see you around on the next one. See you later. Bye.